this is an amazing, amazing clip that I'm about to play for you. So there's a man named Steve Cole. Steve Cole is the dean of Columbia Graduate School of Journalism. Right? This is Captain Journalism over here, Steve Cole. He was on MSNBC the other day, and this really does explain where your journalistic betters lie. It is not merely that they wish to provide you a filter, it's that they wish to prevent you from accessing other sources of information. So he literally says, this is the dean of the Graduate School of Journalism at Columbia University, perhaps the most prestigious journalism school in America, suggesting that freedom of speech is itself a problem. Freedom of speech is a problem because then you might not get the sort of journalism you're used to from your objective news sources. Right? All the people who are journalisming all over the place, all the people pleasuring themselves, Jeffrey Toobin style, to pictures of the Democratic campaign. All of those people wouldn't be your only source, and that's bad. We don't want that to happen, says the dean of the Columbia Graduate School of Journalism. Here is Steve Cole summing up the position of so many of our journalistic betters.
Those of us in journalism have to come to terms with the fact that free speech, a principle that we hold sacred, is being weaponized against the principles of journalism. And what do we do about that? I just say, as reporters, we kind of march into this war with our facts nobly shouldered as if they were going to win the day. And what we're seeing is that because of the scale of this alternate reality that you've been talking about, our facts, our principles, our scientific method, it isn't enough. So what do we do?
And the answer is what they do is they try to pressure social media into preventing other people from reporting. This is something we've been experiencing with Facebook for the last several months. Right before the election and then right after the election, it turns out that according to the New York Times, Facebook changed its algorithm to elevate news sources that they deemed to be high quality. What were those high quality news sources? Let's think about it. Oh, look at that. It's the New York Times. Shocker. So the New York Times has Kevin Roose out there every day yelling that people like me, like my Facebook page, has wide reach. That's bad. Dan Bongino, he has wide reach. That's bad. Fox News has wide reach. That's super bad. And then Facebook magically changes its algorithm right before the election and right in the aftermath of the election to downgrade the news sources that you like in favor of news sources you were trying to avoid by going to Facebook in the first place. And who's pressuring them to do that? Your betters in the media. They love speech restrictions. It's not that they are opposed to speech restrictions. They just don't want speech restrictions on them. But for everybody else, they're in favor of speech restrictions. Now, notice the inconsistency here. I have defended at every step of the way the right of the New York Times to publish whatever the damn hell it wants. I have defended the right of people I radically disagree with to cover things in ways that I radically disagree with. They have that right. I think they're wrong to cover things the way they cover them, but they have absolutely that right. I've never called for the downgrading of a journalistic source or an opinion news source on places like Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. I've defended people from exactly that sort of stuff. Hell, I've defended people that I think have horrible, evil views from being fired from their jobs if their horrible, evil views have nothing to do with their jobs. And that is the way that you should act if you're a First Amendment advocate. But that's not the way the Democrats act. That's not the way members of the media act. Members of the media are interested in changing